I think it's a miracle that I'm sitting here.
Jason Self speaks out for the first time since the deadly prison bus crash that killed 10 people. KRBC's Ariana Lubelli talks exclusively with the survivor.
Plus, prosecuting rape in Abilene, why a change in definition is making it harder to seek justice in the courts.
And animal abandonment, where 2 puppies were rescued after a man was seen leaving them. Abilene's local news starts now.
From Abilene's first television station, your news in your community. This is KRBC, Abilene's local news at 10.
Good evening, I'm Randy Turner.
And I'm Dane Murray. Thanks for joining us for KRBC's 10 at 10, where you get your top stories and tomorrow's forecast all in the first 10 minutes.
And our top story tonight, Jason Self speaks out for the first time since surviving a deadly prison bus crash that killed 10 people last month.
Since the accident, Self's hometown community of Baird has shown continuous love and support. KRBC's Ariana Lubelli spoke exclusively with Jason about his road to recovery after surviving tragedy.
I'm getting letters from all over the nation and phone calls, and I don't know where to begin. You know, trying to show my appreciation for the support.
Support that's getting him through a physical and emotional recovery.
I just can't. I don't know how to thank everybody. You know, it's just, I don't think I could.
Self was the only surviving officer in a deadly prison bus wreck that took the lives of 10 people. After spending weeks in critical condition and rehabilitation centers, the officer is back home.
People say that this was a miracle. Do you believe it has been?
I do. You know, looking at the pictures and, you know, talking to the doctors and them showing me the things that were broke, you know, my neck and the way everything took place. I think it's a miracle that I'm sitting here.
A miracle. It's a term that's become familiar when describing Jason.
It's just a miracle. I mean, you know, when you think about the day we were informed of the accident, and just to see this quickly that he has been able to recover.
A recovery that he won't face alone.
He is my dad, and I love him no matter what he does. But seeing everybody just saying that we're praying for you, and if you need anything, just call us. And I just love the support.
This is what small towns are about, and here we're all a family.
The support, the prayers, you know, keep me in their hearts. It's helped me and my family so much to get through this. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Thank you, Ariana. The shirts that were featured in that story were designed by Jason's daughter and Baird ISD to help raise money for the Self family. For more information on how to purchase a shirt and the full details on the incident, you can visit our website, bigcountryhomepage.com.
Well, in our first look at weather tonight, the current conditions here in Abilene, clear skies, and currently at the Abilene Regional Airport, 46 degrees. Dyess Air Force Base also reporting 46. We have a weak front or wind shift that's shifting wind around to the night to the east and northeast at times. Here are the numbers recorded in Abilene weather records for February the 18th. The high today 63, the low this morning 29, and no rain today. And as we check the rainfall almanac, you'll notice that we still haven't measured any rain in Abilene in February. January 31st, our last measurable rain. We've dropped to 1/10 of an inch behind our average through mid-February. Tomorrow morning, as you head back to school and work, you'll need a jacket. Low near 37 and sunny, but warm when you go home in the afternoon. Big changes to the forecast this weekend. I'll have details in a few minutes.
Now to a story you'll only see right here on KRBC, prosecuting rape in Abilene. According to Abilene Police Chief Stan Stanridge, in 2013, the number of reported rape cases was 37. That number more than doubled in 2014 with 90 reported cases.
After 4 decades, the Federal Bureau of Investigation changed the definition of rape to include male victims as well as women in an effort to reassess how rape and sexual assault cases are reported in the United States.
KRBC Shannon Valladolid explains how this broader definition is giving a voice to the silenced and why rape cases are harder to prosecute in Abilene.
Dane and Randy, sexual assault cases have steadily been on the rise in recent years, and it has put a strain on every level of the system, such as law enforcement and health professionals. But the reasons why may surprise you.
It has to be a disease for someone to touch a child.
It's one of the most heinous crimes that can happen to you, and the numbers keep increasing.
Last year, an average of 2 people a day, 2 new victims a day came through our doors, and about almost half of those were children.
Sexual assault is on the rise, not just in Abilene, but all over the U.S. The increase came because of a change in the definition of sexual assault in 2013. With that change brought more crimes that fit under this new, broader definition.
15, 20 years ago, we might have 10 or 15 sexual assault cases a year here in Abilene. Now, when I look at the grand jury list, when they're cases that are being presented, we have them every grand jury.
Before the change, it was defined as a man holding a woman against her will. The new definition of sexual assault encompasses any form of penetration, no matter how slight, and it's no longer just between a man and a woman.
Gender neutral now under sexual assault. In other words, a woman could commit sexual assault upon another woman or another man or a child.
It also includes instances in which the victim is unable to give consent because of age.
A fellow that's 21 years of age and he goes to a party, he hooks up with a young lady who tells him she's 18 when then she turns out to be 15. Yeah, you see a lot of that. And the fact that he was operating under the theory that she told him she was 18 is not a defense.
According to the Abilene Police Department, in 2014, Abilene saw a 143% increase in rape, more than doubling the amount of rape cases from 37 to 90.
And the reason is because the FBI broadened the definition so that more sexual violence actually fell underneath the definition of forcible rape.
Although the definition may include a broad range of sexual assault cases, prosecuting these cases can be difficult.
And why do you think it's so hard to prosecute these kinds of rapes?
Because there's no physical evidence.
Time, cooperation, available resources, and even lack of evidence can stand in the way of justice. One such victim, Jennifer Habe, is all too familiar with this. She has encountered hurdles and reluctance in her search for justice for her daughter.
The voice of a 3-year-old is not enough evidence to prosecute someone who has touched her inappropriately.
Finding tangible evidence has kept this case in limbo, but she keeps fighting on.
It's not just her. I know there's other children whose offenders have got away with doing it, and few years down the road, they'll offend again.
Employees at Abilene Regional Victim Crisis Center are working at full capacity to assist the large numbers of sexual assault victims. They had to double their staff in the past years from 5 to 10 employees. Another organization hit hard by the increase in sexual assault was Hendrick Medical Center. They have hired 7 more sexual assault nurse examiners to keep up with the demands of victims walking through their door. In studio, I'm Shannon Valladolid, KRBC News.
Thank you, Shannon. According to the Rape Crisis Center, 1 out of every 6 American women has been the victim of an attempted or completed rape in her lifetime. Girls ages 16 to 19 are 4 times more likely than the general population to be victims of sexual assaults.
Abilene police have confirmed the location of a man's body as described by a witness. According to police, the body of 39-year-old Carrie Rod Tate was disposed of on Private Road 706. That's off of Highway 277 north of Hawley. According to an affidavit, the body was said to be located in that area. Court documents say Tate was murdered last December, but it wasn't reported until February. 38-year-old John Patrick Gutierrez was arrested last week and charged with Tate's murder. For more information on what happened the day of the murder, visit our website, bigcountryhomepage.com.
Animal control and Abilene police were called out to a busy stretch in South Abilene after a man was seen abandoning 2 puppies. The 2 Chihuahua pups were found under the Elm Creek Bridge on South 1st. Police say a witness saw a man go under the bridge with the puppies, then come back without them. The puppies were found wrapped in a blanket and were taken to the Abilene Animal Shelter. The man who left the puppies was given a citation for illegal dumping and animal abandonment.
Now, your first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Randy Turner.
All right, let's jump right into it and get to your satellite and radar this evening. Clear skies over the Lone Star State. 1 cold front on the map. It's weak. It's not going to make too much of a difference in our weather except a little wind shift for part of the night tonight. Here are your weather headlines. We're going to be turning up the heat the rest of the week. Now, expect gusty wind starting tomorrow and continuing every day into Sunday. Then we have a strong cold front that'll be coming in on Saturday night, and that's a game changer for us going into Sunday. Tonight, temperatures mainly middle 40s, low 40s in the northern counties, middle 40s across the southeastern big country. That's pretty well in line with the rest of the state tonight, but San Antonio, Del Rio, Midland, out to El Paso in the 50s, but pretty well on target with the rest of the state. Now, tonight the winds are easterly or they're northeasterly. That front in the area, Brownwood and Comanche still with a southeasterly wind tonight. Again, that front's not making too much of a difference. The wind, though, just strong enough that it feels a little bit cooler. Those are your feel-like temperatures right now. 42's how it feels in Abilene. We have our ridge and trough system in place right now in the United States. Our high-pressure ridge rising up in the western part of the country, and the low-pressure trough is diving down in the southeastern part of the country, and the end result is some of the coldest temperatures you'll see. These are your current chill, not wind chills, but current temperatures. We're 3 below in Bismarck, Minneapolis, Chicago, and that cold air extends all the way to Atlanta, where it's 25 degrees right now. And of course, it was warmer a little bit in the west. High pressure is going to control our weather for the next few days. We have a warm front tomorrow, and that warm front's going to move in from the southwest. It will continue doing so going into Friday. Clouds return into the area on Friday morning, partial clearing Friday afternoon, clouds coming back for Friday night and Saturday. 37 tonight, starry skies, chilly out there, but nice. Southeast wind at 5 to 10. 72 your high temperature tomorrow. It's going to be a nice warm day, but windy in the afternoon. Southwest wind 15 to 20 miles an hour. Here is your forecast leading through the next 7 days, and the next 3 are going to be nice and warm. Check out those high temperatures in the 70s each day. 78 on Friday, 74 Saturday, but the weekend cold front's coming in either late Saturday afternoon or Saturday night, and then Sunday and Monday, you see what the temperatures do. They plummet. A 42-degree temperature on Sunday, 39 on Monday. Have a 20% chance of showers Sunday and Monday, and temperatures could be cold enough at night to support perhaps some type of wintry mix. Maybe freezing rain or sleet, too early to say just yet. But at any rate, it is going to get cold the second half of our weekend.
Enjoy the beautiful sunny skies for the next couple of days.
Yep.
Coming up next on 10 at 10, a local hospital is helping patients regain their independence in life after a stroke, why healthcare professionals say a support group is the way to recovery. Plus, abuse has put its troubled mark on the younger generation. What signs parents and peers should look out for in teen dating violence.
And a new program by a local school district is creating culture in kids as young as 4 years old. Why the teacher says learning another language is good for their future.
You're watching KRBC, Abilene's local news, with Dane Moray and Chief Meteorologist Randy Turner.